Hi, 7th graders. Mr. Songere with you, and this is our makeup lesson for lesson number 14. And for this lesson, you're going to need your green Standard of Excellence book, and you should open up to page 16. Percussionists, we're going to start on the bell kit and do a couple things on snare drum at the end. So we're going to talk about the Baroque period today. The Baroque period is the time from 1600 to 1750. And we're going to focus on the Baroque music from this time and play some songs out of your book from this time period. And we're going to start on page 16 with number 62, the trumpet tune. And this song is in 4/4 time, as you see there. And also take a look at your key signature, make sure you're getting that right. Also notice you have some accents, mainly at the beginning of the first three lines. And you have some dynamic contrast throughout this song. There's a rhythmic pattern that you see in the second measure of the first three lines, and then also in some other places, like the last line, there's a lot of it where you have the dotted 8th 16th pattern. Again, if this is your beat, dotted 8th 16ths are bum, ba-dum, 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 1, E2, E3, a 4, a 1, like that. Okay. Let's try it from the beginning. Trumpet tune, number 62. 1, 2, ready, go. That's by a well-known composer from the Baroque period. His name is Henry Purcell, British composer. We're going to move on now to page 16. Sorry, we were on page 16, page 17. And we're going to try a song by the Italian composer Corelli, and this is called the Allemande, number 66. Again, take a look at your key signature. Time signature is 4/4. There is a repeat in this song. We are not going to do it. Some articulations again, a couple accents near the end of the first line. Actually, there's a few in the beginning of the first line too. Second line has some staccatos, so make those really short. And at the end, you have a trill. Trills are an opportunity for you to go between two notes. And when you have a trill, that's the TR with the little squiggly line, you take the note that you have the trill on, and you go back and forth between that note and the note that's one note higher in the scale. So I'm looking at a trombone book here, and this would also apply for the flutes and mallet percussion and baritone tuba, oboe. I have a D, and I have a trill marking, so I'm going to trill from D up to E flat, because the next note in the scale would be E flat. So I would go back and forth between those two notes. Okay. If you play clarinet, trumpet, tenor sax, bass clarinet, you have an E right there, and you're going to trill back and forth between E to F. Alto and bari sax, you have a B in that second to last note, so you trill back and forth between B to C. And the French horn has an A right there, so the French horn would go back and forth between A and B flat. Okay, so that's how you do the trill. Let's try it. Here's the beginning. Kind of a medium tempo, moderato. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so hopefully you heard that trill in there. Just very quickly back and forth, probably 3-4 times between those two notes, because it goes by pretty quick. Okay. Number 67, Antonio Vivaldi, another Italian composer, wrote this very famous song called The Four Seasons. which is a collection of 4 melodies, and each one is about a different season. This particular one is the spring, and it's probably the most famous of the 4. And this is going to be one of your 3 playing test songs for the end of the trimester. Again, those 3 songs are number 55, 67, and 102. So we're going to work on 67 today. It is in cut time, so we are going to take it in cut time, but it's not a very fast cut time. We do have repeats in the song. We are going to do the repeats, first and second ending at each line, end of each line. Also some dynamics, and here's the pattern on the dynamics. For each line, you play each line twice. First time is loud, second time is soft. Alright, so make sure you're trying to do that as well. You'll also notice that you have top notes and bottom notes. You have a VC. So I'm going to just encourage you to play the top notes. If you have a desire in the playing test to play the bottom notes for some reason, you can come in and you can argue your case. Alright, but the top notes are the melody, so it'll sound much more like the song, the main part of the song, if you play the top notes. Just looking through, we have a couple accents and staccatos again, and some of you have a trill near the end. Alright, so here we go, let's try it, number 67. Bum, 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 bum. Ready? Go! So there you go, that's the 4 seasons. Let's do another one. Next one, number 68, by maybe the most famous composer from this time period, the German Johann Sebastian Bach. And this is called Jesu Joy, a Man's Desiring. And check out the time signature in this. It's 9/8. Now, a lot of you are familiar with, well, you're all familiar with 6/8. This is 9 beats per measure with the 8th note getting 1 beat. Okay? And it's almost all 8th notes, this whole song. So you're just sitting there thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, and that 8th note pulse is the exact rhythm of the song. Ba da 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 da. So that's all you're doing. It does say grazioso, gracefully. Okay, so play it with some musical feeling. A couple little crescendo, decrescendo swells in there, and a ritardando at the end where you're going to slow down. Okay. All right. So nice and smoothly and gracefully. Ready? And go. It's hard to find spots to take a breath in there. Alright, and then we turn to page 18. Last one we're going to do is the Hornpipe from the Water Music Suite by another very famous German composer from this time period, George Friedrich Handel. A lot of the same things we've been working on. Trill for some of you, accent, slurring, 3/4 time on this one with some repeat. And time signature, check out that time signature. Got some flats. Okay. So here we go. Maestoso, majestically. 1, ready, go. right. So woodwinds and brass, what I would like you to do on this is I would like you to play for me number 67, and that will complete your makeup grade, and send that to me. Percussion, you may do the same thing. I would like you to do just a couple more things here, percussion, with me. Also on page 18, on the snare drum page, we're just going to do a couple snare drum things quickly, percussion. Up in the top of the page, a rudiment that you're familiar with, a paradiddle diddle. I'm going to take out the drumsticks here real quick. Paradiddle diddles, basically you have two alternating strokes, so right, left, and then you do two diddles, right, right, and then left, left. Okay, so right, left, left, left. Or the opposite, left, right, right, right. Let's try up in the orange box, top of page 18, a paradiddle diddle. We'll do the one that starts with your right hand, and we'll go dut, 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 dut. Ready? Go. And then the bottom one in the orange box, the one that starts with the left hand. Ready? Go. Okay, so that's a paradiddle diddle. You see those in 6/8 time, and you also see them in 3/4 time, because notes are grouped in groups of 6 a lot of times in those two time signatures. Turn back, percussionist, to page 16. Have another rudiment. If you were at lesson number 13, we worked on the Radamacue, and we worked on the single and the double Radamacue. Now we have a triple Radamacue. And if you remember, the Radamacue part is a drag followed by 3 triplets and then a quarter note. So the Radamacue part is drag, drag. Okay, so I got a drag and I go right into triplets. Okay, when you have a triple Radamacue, you have 2 drags that come first. So it's drag, drag, Radamacue, drag, drag, Radamacue. When you do the drags, if you notice, like right at the beginning in the orange box there, you have a left, right, and then another left, right. So you do the same sticking for those 2 drags, and then the drag that starts the triplets also starts with that same hand. So it's left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Or the opposite, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay? Let's try it together. Let's do that whole orange box, the triple Radamacue, starting with your left hand. Ready? And go. Okay, so there you go, triple Radamacue. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.